Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Nolan from Neurotic RC. Today, I'm showing you the new Fms Fmt24. This is FMS's new 1/24th scale Basher. It is all-wheel drive. It has a 2-speed transmission, same as the FCX24, their K5 Blazer crawler. This thing, so far, I've had it for a couple weeks and has been a blast. This thing is insanely durable. I've beaten this thing about as hard as I have with more than I have ever with any of my other RC cars. This thing has not broken anything. Just recently, I did take it all apart and checked the differentials and the actual main transmission to make sure everything was okay. The differentials housings do not have any grease in them. They have a little bit, but there is very little for what I think there should be if you're definitely bashing it really aggressively. So I put a little bit of grease, and the differentials are normally really loose. They are extremely open. So I just made them a little bit stiffer to help it just drive a little bit better for when I'm doing some jumps, and so it just doesn't put the power to all one wheel, which I have noticed it does make a jump a lot easier. The differentials were just way too open. They need some thicker grease inside of those differentials. I put a little bit of 500,000 CST diff oil. It is a little thick probably for what this thing needs, but I just put a little bit, and it seems fine. It's still really smooth, but it is definitely a lot stiffer. And I've noticed it drives a lot better for jumps. So this has a clipless body. The way you take off the body, there is a clip right in here. You can see it slides in. What I do is just pull, and it slides out. Then down here, there are two little clips, one up here, one down here. Then I just pinch these, then take the wheelie bar, then just help push it off. There's the body. The body is actually pretty durable. I have noticed that it is starting to crack a little bit right here where these mounts are when I put the body is at, but other than that, there's scratches on here, but they're not easy to see. They're very faint, and I have landed totally flat on the top of this thing trying to do a backflip, and it's been fine. Other than the little bit of cracks forming here at these little screw mounts, that's fine, and you can't even see them. They're just little cracks after pushing down on these clips. So here is the main chassis for the FMT24. So the battery sits right here next to the ESC, and it's got a little strap right there, and there's your battery. Pops right out. And this is a 7.4 volt 900 milliamp 25C, so it's got a little bit of punch, unlike the K5, which is like a 5C battery. So it's definitely quick. It can wheelie very easily if you're on carpet. So there's your two servos right here. This is the steering servo, then this is the transmission servo. You can see there is a little rod here that shifts the transmission. And I've watched some other people do reviews and videos talking about this thing, and nobody has mentioned this is actually a 3-positional transmission. It's got 3 different positions. It's got first gear, Then on this remote, so it's got first gear, that's first. Then there's a middle part in this switch, and it's actually part of the switch. It's a 3-positional switch. It's not a 2-positional, and you just cheat it by putting it in the middle. It's an actual 3-positional switch. And in the middle here, that's the neutral. I don't know why nobody said this, but it's got a neutral function on here. Same with the K5 Blazer. If you guys are interested in K5 Blazer, it's got a first, neutral, and second. It is similar to like a dirt bike, basically. So you kick down to first, and then up one is neutral, then up another is second. Same with this. First, neutral, then second. I don't know why nobody's talked about it. When I found that out, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. When I have been doing launches in neutral, I give it throttle, then I dump it into second. And I do that on like hardwood floors or something, so because these tires spin easily, so it's not as hard on the drivetrain. But it is the coolest thing ever. You can even shift while you're driving. If you just act like it's a normal clutch, you're in first, have it throttle, let off the throttle, then switch to second, then give it more throttle. Because since that's a neutral position, it acts like a clutch, so it gets off of the gears and engages the second gears. So you can shift while you're moving, so it's like a Nitro RC car, kind of. Instead of like a 2-positional switch to where you kind of need to stop, then switch it into second, you don't have to do that. And with that, it has been a lot funner than I've thought. I knew it was a good car. I watched people destroy it. I have landed on this wheelie bar, I don't know how many times, probably 50-something times, totally like this, and it's just bends. It hasn't broke. There's no stress marks or anything on here. It's perfect. This bumper is really flexible. It's really nice. It is very strong as well. This does have oil-filled shocks. I did put some heavier weight oil on here for jumping. I put 40 weight on here, and I got two little extensions there on the shocks just to make it a little bit stiffer on the rear. So I got 2 on the rear and then 1 on the front. See that a little bit better. One on the front. Feels really nice. It is. If you've seen some of my shorts, it's vertical in the air and lands straight flat. Doesn't bounce. You should watch. I'll show a clip right here. You can see this suspension is really nice. It is super smooth, and with just a little bit of adjustments with the oil and stuff, it is really nice suspension. Jumps really well. So I just wanted to show you guys the transmission real quick, how it works. So make sure you have your controller on first. Steering is a little bit slow. It's not bad. So this is neutral. The tires do spin a little bit, but that's like every car. Then this is first. It's got a lot of torque in first. You can see. Then there's second. It's got a decent little punch. It is pretty strong for what it is. You can see that shift right there like that. But yeah, it's a 3-position. And so what I do, I normally be neutral, then dump it. And it comes with a really cool launch. And it's really cool. I love that it does that. And since everything in here is all metal, it's durable. I did check the transmission. There was a little bit of gear dust after probably dumping the gears too much. But I mean, they were fine. There was a decent amount of grease. They greased it pretty well. I did put a little bit thicker grease just so it doesn't roll as much. And in neutral, when you put it in neutral, actually rolls like if you were in neutral. Then once you're in first, see, it stops. I mean, of course, it will roll if you push too hard, but it doesn't free roll like that. It's really awesome. So it's a functional neutral. And I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. If you have any questions, please comment. I'll try and get back to you when I can. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. So I appreciate you guys' support. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.